Hey, welcome back everyone to Patriot Knife and Tool. Beautiful Wednesday morning, and thanks for joining me on this episode here. I'm finally getting around to jumping on the tag from Red Eyed Patriot. He did an awesome tag, gosh man, well over a week ago. Your five favorite case knives. And I have watched, there's still people, I think, tagging on to it. I'm late in the game, but I'm going to do it here on this one here. But I've watched probably at least 20 people that have tagged on to Red Eyed Patriots video. Five favorite case knives. Wow. Yeah, that's tough, man. I think, like a lot of folks have expressed, man, how do you do that? Because everybody's different. Everybody has different collecting tastes. A lot of folks have brought up the sentimental aspect of knives handed down to them and their favorite case, EDC carry or whatever. I mean, it goes on. The list is on. And then you have your collectors, that serious collectors, man. I mean, I've seen, there's some serious collectors out there that have just over 1,000 classic case knives. So ask one of those guys to share their favorite five. They'd probably say, no, I'll share my favorite 50. But so anyway, that being said, Red Eyed Patriot, brother, thanks for this one here. I got a couple more that I'm going to tag on that he's done recently. So it's funny how things work. And it is just incredible how things come around sometimes. I had a gentleman, and I'm giving a shout out to a channel that I just stumbled on. I had a guy that has a channel. I'm going to share his channel with you. And he commented in on yesterday's video that I posted. And so I subbed him and took the dog on a hike and was down having coffee. And I watched the first video I watched of his. I'm going to share that with you. In that video, he shares an old case knife that was his grandfather's. And I kid you not, I have my father's old stag case knife. It's right here. It's almost identical. You'd almost think it was the same knife. I think his might be a little larger, but I have to look at the video again. But here's the channel. Check him out, folks. Got a great channel. And so give him some subscribes. Check his channel out. He's a great channel here. Kentucky Classic Steel and Strings. And this young guy, he's a musician like me. He's a picker and loves knives and music. And he's from the Bluegrass State. And, so give him a shout, folks, man. Sub his channel, check his content out. He's got a great channel. I've got a lot more in some of his other episodes, videos to watch. And here's the episode that I watched this morning. Walk and Talk, Thoughts on Current Events. And, he's just a good, patriot American young guy, not a kid. I think he's like 30 or so. And but I got a daughter 42, so I'm an old guy. But a really, really awesome guy, man. He's got a great channel. Check him out. This is a cool video here. In this video, he's walking and he holds up his grandfather's case knife that was handed down to him. And I'm watching that and I'm like, oh my goodness. That is exactly like my father's case Stockman. I got to look again. His might be a little larger. Mine might be the medium Stockman that I have here, but it looks identical. Anyway, check him out, man. Kentucky KY Country Classic Steel and Strings. All right, let's get into my favorite case knives. 5 favorite. Well, how do you do that? I honestly, I don't have. I probably have maybe 25 case knives or so. I don't have a ton of them. Most of them are vintage. Most of them are old. And a few of them are sentimental. 2 of them here are sentimental. And I only have 4 because I'm going to just kind of hand pick one here at the end of this to call it a good solid 5. But my thought on this was I was going to share a couple sentimental ones, and then I'm just going to kind of share a few that I think possibly maybe haven't been style of case that has not been shared yet. So let's get with the sentimental knives first here, being I was talking about the young gentleman from Kentucky and his grandfather's stag case. Here's mine. This was my dad's. And actually, it's not a Stockman. I don't. His might not be a Stockman either. Yeah, this is a Serpentine Jack 2-blade. But I got to look again. His might be a Stockman, but it looks identical. He holds it up. He's walking, and he's talking, and he holds up his grandpa's old case XX knife, and I look at it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm sharing that knife today. One just like it. So here it is, folks. Got some wear. Oh yeah. But it's an old case XX. So this is a sentimental knife to me, folks. It was my dad's. He passed on years ago. Well used, well loved, but a beautiful case, XX, an oldie. I love it. I love the condition of it. It's sentimental to me. It's a special knife that's going to go to one of my grandkids, one of my grandsons, most likely, maybe even a granddaughter. But there it is, man. Yeah, there she is. What do we got here? 5232. I think that's a Serpentine Jack stag. Dad's old knife, man. The other sentimental one is right here, and that's fairly recent, about a year ago. This is a really, really special knife to me. I just love this old custom-made sheath for it here. But this knife was given to me by a good friend of mine who turns 82 next year. And he lives close to me, and I met him some years back. And he's getting up there in age, and he gifted this to me about a year ago. And this is I believe it's a 9-dot. It's 1971. But it's just a hefty case knife here. It's the Buffalo. I think it's 9-dot if I remember right. Hard to read the dots down here. But this was his. He's going to be 82. He's a great guy, man. He's still getting around good. He was born in that decade. I'm born in the 50s. He's born in the 40s. And he's a bow hunter, taking lots of game with his long bow and rifle. And, just a car guy, motorcycle. He's restoring just doing a trick job on a 1947 Cadillac Coupe. That'll be a show car here. He's working on getting it done. But yeah, man, this was gifted to me by my good buddy Dave, and it's a special knife. Really means a lot to me. He's got a little bit of age on me, and he's getting to that age where we all start slowing down, especially when you get in your 80s. But yeah, that's a special knife there, especially with this cool custom-made sheath. I think he said a buddy of his made this sheath for him. Isn't that cool? So those are the two Sentimental pieces there. The other ones I just I picked this one out just because it's a newer knife, and I don't have a lot of new cases. I've got a few, maybe 3 or 4. But this one here I picked up a couple years ago in a group of knives. Bought them. They were all just mint. Whoever had them was a collector. I picked up about 6 knives, and this was one of them. Yeah, it's a really cool sod buster. Haven't even dated it, but the color is just, it might be a rare color. I don't know. And I don't know if they make this color, this style anymore. But I thought I would just throw in a new one, being I'm pretty much kind of a vintage knife guy, but I do have some new stuff. And then I tossed this one in. I've had this a long time. I think I have a stag handle fin somewhere. I was digging around, I couldn't find it. But yeah, the old leather stack hunter right here. I might just hunt with this year. But yeah, this is a great knife. I've had this knife since the early 80s. But great knife. Just a perfect size hunting knife. It's got enough sweep to do your skinning on big game, and it's small enough to work with trout and birds and stuff. So it's a great knife case. Yeah, it's an oldie. Leather stack in good shape. I have the sheath for it. And the last one, I'm going to end this tag here, Red-Eyed Patriot. 5 favorite case knives. I decided on the number 5, I'm just going to kind of pull out my tray that has most of my nice old case bone slip joints. And I'm going to pick one out. Just kind of eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And I'm going to pick one out. And I already kind of know which one I'm going to pick. These are all case in here, but I'm going to this one right here. This red bone. I just absolutely love the red bone era, and I can't remember how many dots this is. I think it's no, you know what? This is 64 to 69 red bone. Yeah. And I just love the red bone era. This era in the 60s, right before the 70s, when they were pumping out these red bone case knives. And so this is it. This is number 5. I've got some other more collectible, older case jig bone slip joints, but this one here I'm going to say is number 5 in the list, and I'm going to give an honorable mention. This one here, number 6, honorable mention. This is a case that I restored 3 or 4 years ago. It completely busted up scale on this side. And so I got in the shop, and I can't remember, it might have been missing a blade. But might have been. Yeah, I think I replaced this blade right here. But this is a cool pattern here, real thin. And yeah, it was missing a blade and had a busted scale. And so This main blade was the only one that would have had the pattern number. I pulled this blade here, this sheep's footer, off another old busted knife. So this case here, probably it was probably from 65, 69, or in the early 70s. It has no pattern number. This is the original case blade right here. I think I looked up and found out that this larger main blade was a sheep's foot. But anyway, I got great snap. Turned out good. I tried to match. That's the case blade there. I tried to match the bone as well as I could. I jigged it out myself. This is a red bone. And I got some red in there. You can see that. And I jigged it myself. So that's the honorable mention. A big shout out to Red Eyed Patriot, man, for starting this one up. I'm going long. Everybody, keep your head on a swivel and oil them joints.